Solitude is not the absence of others. It's the return to yourself. Joan didn't lose her friends all at once. They just started, fading. A few messages unanswered. Plans that kept getting rescheduled. Then silence, dressed up as busy. She tried to hold on. Sent little updates. Funny pictures. Thinking of you texts. Replies came slowly. Short. Polite. But hollow. She didn't blame them. People change. Life rushes forward. It wasn't betrayal. It was evaporation. Still, it hurt. For a while, she waited. Sat at the cafe longer than she needed to. Kept the second mug warm. Looked up every time the bell above the door rang. But they didn't come. And one rainy afternoon, she stopped waiting. Not with anger, but with something quieter. Acceptance. That night she brewed tea. Not for two, just for herself. She brought out the good cup, the one she used to save for company, and sat by the window. No music, no TV, just the sound of her breath and the patter of rain. The quiet didn't feel empty anymore. It felt full. She began building something new. Not a social life, a self-life. Walks at her own pace. Books she'd been meaning to finish. Letters she wrote and never sent. A garden that bloomed just for her. No performances, no permission. She started laughing again, at her own thoughts. She found herself talking out loud in the kitchen, not because someone was there, but because she liked the sound of her own voice. And then, one day, she passed the mirror and didn't look away. There was no loneliness in her eyes, only calm and something close to pride. People still called sometimes, and when they did, she answered warmly. But she no longer shrank her day to fit someone else's window. She had become the constant she used to search for in others. Subscribe if you've ever sat alone and realized it didn't hurt. Share this with someone who needs to stop apologizing for their own peace. And that evening, she made 2 cups of tea, like she used to, but not for guests. One for the woman who waited, and one for the woman who stayed. She drank them both, and for the first time in years, she felt completely held.